Hello, my friends. Hope everyone is keeping well. Today's topic will be about the power of your subconscious mind. I have the book with me. It's basically a very classic book written by Joseph Murphy. He's a doctor, and this book is remarkable because I promised a lot of the viewers here that I'm going to talk about this book in my previous sessions. So thank you for sending via LinkedIn, WhatsApp, whatever your request, what kind of videos you want to see me basically talk about, or topic that you want to talk about. Yeah, this is a very old book, but I highly recommend you. So I'm going to talk about you about this. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe or share. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. Or you can share and basically with someone that you love, because this life-changing talks that I want to share with you, it's amazing. I'm going to leave you with a few lessons that I learned. Basically, you learn every time you read. Sometimes people say, how come you read this book thousands of times? I'm kidding. I never read thousands of times. At least this book itself, maybe 20 or 30 times. Yes, sounds weird. It's almost every year when I was 26, I know how old I am, to start reading the books and rereading it. Why rereading it? It's not that you miss the information. It's sometimes people say that you read a good book not because you miss the information. Because you read a good book is because you have become maybe more mature, and then sometimes you didn't see. It's not you don't see things in this book that hasn't written before. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, for example, is a very good book. But sometimes you didn't see the thing in yourself that wasn't there before when you were younger. Because back then, maybe you were a teenager, then you have different priorities, and now when you're above a certain age, then it's a different kind of priority. Okay, cool. It's getting a little bit cold, but okay. All right, where shall we start with this book? There's a few things I put here already, my own slippers, so that most of people like to go to how to program themselves or reprogram yourself. Depend on your age, by the way. So if you're a teenager, then try to program yourself. But if you're like me, when you're older and you want to reprogram yourself, that's very important. Like in my previous videos, I always say empty your cup, empty your mind, so that you can put in some more knowledge. Not really putting in literally, but just, extracting from yourself that is inside of you. All right, let's start with the sentence here. For example, the first one is very important. Let's start with the treasure house is within you. Look within for the answer to your heart's desire. Yeah, some people say how to look within. I don't know how to look within. So most of people miss the concept about looking themselves in the mirror. You can do basically a lot of different ways. One of the best way is basically meditation, because when you meditate, it doesn't mean that you get the answer the same day, because sometimes if you meditate and then once you shower or do something that is out of different angle, then suddenly when the question you were always asking yourself for, the answer will pop up suddenly, and then you have to write it down quickly, or quickly type it or record it, because sometimes your subconscious mind is awakened because you are meditating and be still. So one of the things that he writes is also about why it's so important to meditate. Okay, I'll show you how to do it in meditation form, but I always do also some other. Basically, it's very simple. It's just sitting like here, and then sit up straight. Nothing on the back. Don't lie down. I prefer just sit down with your foot basically crossed if possible, and then like this. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Because if you sometimes when you sit down and your thoughts will start thinking something else, so it's better to empty totally, no thoughts, not positive, no negative. No positive, no negative. It's just basically empty your mind. Okay. So let me go to a few lessons again. Another one he wrote is which I highly recommend. He says here, imagine the happy ending or solution to your problem. Feel the thrill of accomplishment, and what you imagine and feel will be accepted by your subconscious mind, which will bring it to pass. Wow, that is the chapter of the miracle working power of your subconscious mind. So, make it a habit to think by asking questions. Yes, most of the time we don't ask questions anymore because we are thinking we know it all. And that's the problem because yeah, I highly recommend you that once you make it a habit, basically to think about asking questions, when you imagine something that you really want, you have to picture in your mind's eye. Like I said in my previous videos, that when you make a picture in front of you, it has to be vivid. You feel it in the heart. That is, you already have it 50%. Once you write it down, feel it in the heart, imagine it, and the other 50% is just pure wisdom of your work and action that you have to start plugging. Okay. So you cannot just sit down and do nothing because it will not happen. First, you write your goals down with a deadline, absolutely, and then visualize it, see it before it's real. Because why you have to see it? Because imagine like you want to build a bridge, right? An architect will not say, "Okay, let's start building a bridge. Just take action." That's ridiculous. So the architect or the main architect see the bridge in his mind first. So it's already created in the mind that he wants to have like a half circle ball, a straight line, how it will look like. He already have it here. And once he have it here, he draw it, of course. But then while you draw it, it's the same thing as the architect. Then you start taking action. Okay, don't let other people fool you about you need to just take action. No. You have to imagine, fix it in your minds, and then feel it that you can do it, and then you can start doing it. Okay, another one that he wrote here, I like the most, by the way. Okay, some people like to go to wealth. Okay, let me take a page about wealth. Your right to be rich. Okay, so for example, one of the things that he wrote here is you don't want just enough to go around. Basically, you want all the money you need to do all the things you want to do. When you want to do them, get acquainted with the riches of your subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is phenomenal. You have to tap into your subconscious mind. I'll come up next time with another video about how you can tap your subconscious mind. So stay tuned. It's basically very amazing because most of people say, yeah, you have to be grateful, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's partially true. But some of us likes to also travel, see the world, and that costs all money. Okay, you cannot just say, okay, I will just be grateful, I'll do nothing, I'll just be a good person, and I'll get the money to travel. It won't happen like that unless you have rich dad and rich mom, which me. 99.9% of us in the population doesn't have that. But it's okay, so that you can at least have that kind of consciousness, awareness, like I said, to be conscious about what you want, write it down, put a deadline on it. Even though you achieve the deadline, just don't delete your dream. Just go ahead with extending your deadline and be making sure that you put it here first into your subconscious mind. Next time I'm going to draw to you about how you can visualize your conscious and subconscious mind in a different video. Okay, last but not least, I'm gonna because of the conscious of time, I don't want to waste your time. It's the most precious asset that you ever have. Okay, let's go to another one. I think you guys like wealth, right? Okay, let's go to money. Especially young people are listening, so I'm going to go to the chapter about wealth. This one is called Your Subconscious Mind for Wealth. Okay, let's take one of those. This one. Deposit thoughts of prosperity, wealth, and success in your subconscious mind. and the latter will give you compound interest. Let me repeat. Deposit thoughts of prosperity, wealth, and success in your subconscious mind, and the latter will give you compound interest. Okay, don't tell anyone. This is the real secret, okay? The thoughts. You know, in many of those books, personal development books, all the other books, it's basically come down to these 6 words. You become what you think about. Yes, let me repeat again. You become what you think about. What does it mean? So, this is a very crucial one because most of us are unfortunately surrounded by people who do love us. But when we were young, we listened to many of those negative crap. You know, the news, the media, and people around you. It's very dangerous because the environment where you are will determine who you become. So that's why your thoughts will always think about those things. But if you switch your thoughts, even though just 1 hour a day or maybe 10 minutes a day, whatever in the morning, think about visualize the things that you really want, and then you're gonna feel more, uplifting. Then you feel about like coming out of your bed also. So this is the thing that you need to do also. In my other video, I told you about the magic word. If you start your day with, please take a look. It's called gratitude. Sorry, I spoiled it already here. It's okay. Just take a look at the other videos of mine. The other video is called emotional intelligence. Master your emotional intelligence. It's also a very crucial one, because once you do these 3, you become what you think about. Master emotions, and also the one that I told you, the most important part is when you combine these 3 together, you are unstoppable. Because the world around us is always a little bit too negative. It's not their fault. It's because we have World War One, we have World War Two. Hopefully, we never have World War Three, because, like Einstein said, I don't know what will be fought in World War Three, but I do know that in World War Four, there will be only maybe stone and sticks. I don't even believe that sticks will be left because of this day and age with atom bomb, nuclear bomb. So I hope it will never happen, World War Three. But if it does, then it's a shame, because this world is so beautiful with a lot of beautiful people, and we have to just try to always look at the glass half full than half empty. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff to unpack from this book. Like I said, I reread it and read it again, so I highly recommend you to pick up this book from the library or maybe online, whatever you can find, because this book is just amazing. Okay, try to read it. All right, thank you guys for listening, and you have a great day. Let's go to the next session. I'm going to talk about a different kind of book. Have a nice day. Bye.